Today on YPS, our contestants take on the topic plastic bags should be banned to protect the environment. Some are for the motion, others are against it. Who will convince us? Who will stand out? Let the debate begin.
God bless our homeland Ghana and make us rich and happy in it. Today, as we crown the Ghana months, these children in YPS can't wait to bring their ideas on how we should use plastics in Ghana. Today in the Kids Parliament, there is going to be a lot more of these children, their ideas, their innovatives, and what they seek to bring on board, how we can make Ghana a cleanest country. My name is Rosemary Oseikofo, and today is the Kids Parliament.
Almighty and merciful God, as we gather here today in this esteemed chamber, we humbly seek your guidance and wisdom. Grant us the clarity of mind to discern what is just and right, and the courage to uphold the values of truth, integrity, and compassion in all our deliberations and decisions. Bless each member of this assembly with the strength to serve our nation and its people with diligence and sincerity. May we approach our responsibilities with humility and a spirit of cooperation, mindful of the trust placed upon us by our fellow citizens. Grant us, O Lord, the ability to listen attentively, to speak with honesty and respect, and to act with wisdom and discernment. May your divine presence be felt among us, guiding our proceedings and uniting us in the pursuit of the common good. We offer this prayer in your holy name, trusting in your infinite wisdom and grace. Amen. Amen. Honorable members, please be seated. Honorable members, the House will now come to order. Honorable members, the clerks at table will commence with roll call.
Mami Abna Adoma Akoto, Justice and Attorney. Alvin Anderson, Youth and Sports. Lord Tay Aklai, Energy. Kylie Uklu Jaba, Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration. Fahad Abdul Mumi, Sanitation and Water Resources. Enam Kofi Agbudeka, Aviation. Mami Amma Sewa Tufo, Tourism. Samuel Yehoda Udonko, Planning. Crystal Brains Isel, Communication and Digitalization. Kweku Setre Akoto Apau, Interior. Nanaba Odruwa, Insurance Mensa, Employment and Labor Relations. Michelle Edinkra, Arts and Culture. Jason Kasha Mahama, Parliamentary Affairs. Insaki Isaac, Lands and Natural Resources. Eseogene Vincent Toby, Trade and Industry. Joshua Kwame Boama, National Security. Gifty Ano, Education. Menon Praise, Roads and Highways. Do Fafali Seraphim, Business Development. Khadija Mohammed, Procurement. Manye Michelle, Gender and Social Protection. Amevon Mercedes, Minister for Monitoring and Evaluation. Khadija Mohammed, Procurement. Manye Michelle, Gender and Social Protection. Amevon Mercedes, Monitoring and Evaluation. Teresa Baba Minaye Esa, Works and Housing. Nunatna Edira Akpaglu, Small and Medium Enterprise. Hammond Richard, Transport. Samantha Peko, Agricultural Development. Emanuela Dotumo, Railway Development.
This meeting is to debate on the topic, plastic bags should be banned to protect the environment. Plastic waste has become a serious environmental problem in many communities. While some people believe banning plastic bags will protect the environment, others believe plastic bags are useful and should not be banned. I now call on the Minister for Sanitation to move the motion.
Honorable Speaker, distinguished members of Kids Parliament, teachers, guests, and our brilliant leaders, good morning. It's a great pleasure for me to join you for this important Kids Parliament debate on waste management. I commend the organizers for creating this platform where young people can learn about leadership, democracy, and responsible citizenship. Plastic waste has become one of the biggest environmental challenges facing many communities today. We see plastic bags and bottles in our streets, markets, gutters, rivers, and beaches. When these plastic bags are not disposed of properly, they pollute the environment, block drainage systems, and contribute to flooding. They also harm animals and marine life and can also affect human health. As a ministry responsible for sanitation, we are working hard to improve waste management systems, promote recycling, and educate the public about responsible disposal of waste. However, government alone cannot solve this problem. We need support from families, communities, and especially young people like you. This is why today's debate is very important. Through these discussions, we will explore ideas, share opinions, and propose solutions on how we can better manage plastic waste and protect our environment. Honorable members, the future of our country depends on young leaders who are informed, responsible, and ready to take action. Your voices matter. Your voices matter, and your ideas can inspire change in your homes, schools, and communities. I encourage all participants to debate respectfully, listen to each other carefully, and present thoughtful solutions. Remember that leadership begins with awareness, responsibility, and actions. With just few remarks, I wish you a very successful and engaging debate. Thank you.
Right Honorable Speaker, respected members of this noble house, I am Mami Abena Adomakoto, Honorable Majority Leader of this August House. Madam Speaker, may you live long. Madam Speaker, I stand before you today to address an environmental and health emergency that we can no longer afford to ignore. Madam Speaker, plastic bags have become a persistent blight on our nation. Globally, over 5 trillion plastic bags are produced annually. That is about 10 million plastic bags produced every single minute. Yet, despite their convenience, their environmental cost is very devastating. In many communities, they clog our gutters, pollute our rivers, and turn our markets into waste centers. Worst of all, in many areas, the primary method of disposal is burning. This isn't just an act of waste disposal. It is an act of environmental poisoning. Madam Speaker, scientific studies have proven that burning plastic bags releases carcinogenic substances, including dioxins and furans, directly into the air. These gases can cause breathing problems, chest pains, and other serious health conditions. Madam Speaker, allowing this situation to persist is a complete failure of our primary duty to protect the health and future of our people. As the great environmentalist Sir David Attenborough said, and I quote, "It is the human species who have created this waste, and it is the same human species that must now deal with it." Madam Speaker, a total ban on plastic bags isn't just a proposal. It is an essential public health intervention and the single most effective action we can take. Madam Speaker, for this reason, I strongly support the motion that plastic bags should be immediately banned permanently to protect the environment. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
I am the minority leader of this parliament, Honorable Kweku Setrakotapo, and I think that we should not ban plastic because we have many reasons why plastics are useful in our community. You meet me at the house and we will talk more. Madam Speaker, respected members of this house, I am Honorable Kweku Setrakotapo, and I stand with my colleagues in the minority side of the parliament, and we disagree that
plastic bags should not be banned for reality's sake. Madam Speaker, I am concerned about the idea of banning plastic bags. It is not the only solution, but rather, plastic bags are useful in our everyday lives and many people rely on them. Instead of banning them, we can teach people how to dispose them properly and how to use them carefully. Proper education and awareness. With proper education and awareness, we believe that we can teach this country we can reduce pollution without making the lives of others harder. Madam Speaker, let's be realistic here. Thank you for your time.
Let us hear from the Honorable Minister for Transport.
Madam Speaker, I'm Honorable Hammond Richard. Madam Speaker, I rise to strongly support the motion that plastic bags should be banned from the environment. Madam Speaker, I respectfully challenge my colleagues from the minority side to name just constituency which does not involve plastic bag pollution. Yeah. Madam Speaker, everywhere we go, our markets, streets, gutters, beaches, and even school surroundings, we see plastic bags scattered all over the place. Madam Speaker, and I repeat, it's a serious environmental pollution. A serious environmental pollution, I say, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, plastic bags are one of the main cause of blocked gutters and drainage systems. When people throw plastic bag carelessly into the environment, they often end up in gutters. Madam Speaker, if plastic bags are banned, we will greatly reduce the problem and protect our communities from unnecessary diseases such as cholera, typhoid, and others. Madam Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity.
Let us hear from the Honorable Minister for Communication and Digitalization.
Madam Speaker, plastic bags are very cheap and easy to find, which is why many families and small traders use them every day. If we suddenly ban plastic bags, these people might have to buy expensive alternatives like cloth and paper bags, which would be very difficult for them to afford. This would make daily life much harder for families who rely on plastic bags for shopping and small businesses that need them for packaging goods. Madam Speaker, instead of banning them completely, we can teach people how to use these plastic bags responsibly. Find ways to recycle them into slippers, bags, bowls, and also donate them to public schools for the less privileged who cannot afford or reuse them. This way, we can protect our environment without causing unnecessary struggles for ordinary Ghanaians. Madam Speaker, I disagree that we ban plastic bags. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
I am Honorable Joshua Kwame, Minister for National Security. Meet me at Kids Parliament for more. Madam Speaker, my name is Honorable Joshua Kwame Boama, and I disagree with my colleagues from the other side of the house. This is my reason. Many animals such as goat, sheep, cow often mistake plastic bag for food. When these animals eat plastic bag, it can block their stomach and make them very sick in many cases. Eventually, the animal will die because their body cannot digest plastic. These animals are part of our environment and our food system and deserve to be protected. By banning plastic bags, we can prevent unnecessary suffering and protect wildlife. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Let's hear from the Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration.
Madam Speaker, esteemed members, my name is Honorable Kylie Oklujaba. Madam Speaker, I have listened to the majority, but I respectfully disagree with their points. Madam Speaker, small businesses depend on plastic bags to package goods for their customers quickly and affordably. If we ban them completely, these traders have to spend money on alternative bags or risk losing customers who cannot afford higher prices. This could hurt small businesses and slow down our local economy, affecting many families who depend on these businesses for their daily needs. Madam Speaker, a better solution is to teach proper use and disposal of plastic bags or encourage reusable options so we protect the environment while also supporting small businesses and the community. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member.
Right, Honorable Speaker. My name is Honorable Anderson Alvin. Madam Speaker, I am shocked by the response of my colleagues from the minority side. Madam Speaker, plastic bags do not decompose easily. In fact, some plastic bags can remain in our environment for hundreds of years before they break down completely. This means that the plastic bags we throw away today will still be present in our environment long after we are gone. Our children, grandchildren will inherit the pollution we create today. If we truly care about the future generations, we must act now and stop the continuous accumulation of plastic waste. This shouldn't be a debate. Thank you, Madam Speaker, and God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Let's hear from the Honorable Minister for Planning.
Madam Speaker, I am Honorable Samoyoda Odonko. Madam Speaker, the majority side say paper bags are a good alternative. I am surprised because paper bags require cutting down trees, which can also harm the environment. Madam Speaker, although plastic bags take a long time to decompose, banning them completely may lead to increased costs for both traders and consumers. Alternatives such as paper bags and cloth bags are often more expensive to produce and purchase. Traders may increase the prices of goods to cover these additional costs, and this will eventually affect the ordinary Ghanaian consumers. Thank you.
Let's hear from the Honorable Minister for Railway Development.
Madam Speaker, respected members of this noble house, I am Honorable Dotimo Emanuela. Madam Speaker, I must say I'm very surprised by my colleagues on the minority side. They continue to defend plastic bags as if they are the only options available to our society. With the greatest respect, Madam Speaker, this shows a lack of vision and responsibility toward protecting our society. Madam Speaker, my point is this: plastic bags encourage a use and throw away culture in our society. Because they are given out freely and used only once, people treat them as worthless and throw them anywhere. This habit is what leads to the heap of plastic waste we see in our streets and gutters. Madam Speaker, if plastic bags are banned, people will naturally become more responsible with packaging, using items they can reuse many times. This will help change people's behavior and promote a culture of responsibility toward the environment. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, banning plastic waste will not only reduce pollution but will also teach society to value and protect the environment. For these reasons, I strongly support the motion. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Let's hear from the Honorable Minister for Information.
Right, Honorable Speaker, respected members, I am Honorable Betty Sena Kwetwado. Madam Speaker, listening to my colleagues from the majority side, I strongly support my colleagues from the minority side. Honorable Speaker, cloth or reusable bags that they think is better for the environment are not always affordable for everyone. Many families, especially those with limited income, may struggle to buy them immediately if plastic bags are banned. This could create unnecessary hardships for ordinary people who rely on cheap plastic bags for shopping and daily needs. Honorable Speaker, instead of an outright ban, we can focus on creating a hub whereby the hub can be done in each constituency where all plastic bags can be collected by authorities such as MCEs, DCEs, and generate income by giving a token at the collection point as motivation. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Let's hear from the Minister for Parliamentary Affairs.
Right Honorable Speaker, I am Honorable Jason Kasha Mahama. Madam Speaker, the point my colleague from the other side of the house made carry no weight. Madam Speaker, this plastic waste pollutes our rivers, lakes, and oceans. This harms fish and other aquatic life and affects the water that many people depend on. Madam Speaker, our lives are at risk if these plastic wastes are not banned, because we drink from these water bodies and eat the fishes our fishermen and market women sell to us in the market. Thank you, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Let's hear from the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources.
Madam Speaker, my name is Honorable Isaac Misaki. Madam Speaker, we all use plastic bags when we go for shopping. And just yesterday, I saw the majority leader receiving some items packaged in plastic bags. And today, she is here asking for the same plastic bags to be banned. Well, Madam Speaker, plastic bags have practical advantages that make them valuable in everyday life. They are lightweight, waterproof, and durable. They protect goods and food from rain, dirt, and contamination. This makes them extremely convenient for transporting items safely. Thank you, Madam Speaker, and God bless Ghana.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Let's hear from the Minister for Finance.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Mr. Akoto. He is one of the parents for our contestants. And fortunately, his daughter happens to be one of the outstanding students in the competition. We would like to ask him few questions about how he goes about teaching the child in the house. Mr. Akoto, welcome.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome. I think with you, your daughter has always been making you proud.
Yeah.
We want to know what's your method of teaching your daughter in the house.
Okay, so let me start from the beginning. You know, when Adama came home one day from school and then informed us that the school had been given a letter to participate in YPS, I was like, what is that? So I even left the letter somewhere. And then the weeks were going by. And then one day, a day before the inspiration, she said that if you don't sign this thing, then I told her, well, let's have an agreement. If you know you're going to go into this and not go and do well and bring shame to me, I won't go, because we are winners. We always go in with seriousness and win from the beginning.
Exactly.
So when we came for the briefing the first day, we saw a lot of people, and then a number of people from other schools, I was like taken aback. I said, Adma, can you do it? They gave me the second one. If you know you are going to do it, I'll support you. If you know you go halfway and then stop. So from the beginning, it was been seriousness.
Wow.
Whenever we pick a topic, just like it's given, and then we prepare. In fact, the whole week is preparation.
Okay.
And we do research and we write scripts. We do it together.
Okay.
She'll do it, she'll bring it, she'll read. And I said, no, let's do it like this. She'll bring it in. And then on Wednesday, usually on Wednesdays, we do what we call the hardcore.
Okay.
We have given ourselves the military training style.
Okay.
Like hard on the training ground, easy on the battlefield.
All right.
That is our motto. Throughout. Sometimes on Wednesdays, when we do work and we haven't gotten it, and we haven't gotten the final work, we don't stop. We can go as late into the night, sometimes 12, 1, 2 a.m. before we go to bed.
Wow.
Yeah, and you come back the following day so tired, and they said hard on the battleground, easy on the battlefield, on the training, and then easy on the battlefield.
All right.
So that has been our style over the weeks. When we started realizing the results, I said, have you seen? And sometimes she becomes nervous. Sometimes we want to give up, but I said, no, we can't give up now, because after doing 3 weeks, and then how many weeks ahead? I said, okay, let's try. So Daddy, We have exams. Sometimes she has exams, final exams, right? And then she has other class that she was doing her midterm exams, and then she's now doing final exams, and then we have to combine all these things
All right.
with the classmates. But it's been marvelous. It's been marvelous. In fact,
that was what I was coming to ask you, that so far the journey with us, I think today is the 5th week.
yeah.
How do you feel with her and then the program? Has it been very impactful?
Yes. It's been very impactful. And in fact, I will advise other parents who are watching to get their words into this. It gives them the opportunity to learn, just look outside. Because when you begin to research, it's part it's all this one. A number of times, in fact, because of the time that you give us, 3 minutes is not enough for her to do a lot of the delivery. Exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have about 6 scripts.
Okay.
Can you memorize all these things? I said, Daddy, if I have the time, I can do it. Because sometimes when you mention one word, you have to explain. But in the process of explanation, it takes a lot of time.
Okay.
So then you have to cut it short. In fact, the day of the storytelling, the story is so beautiful, but then she had to cut it along the line and then complete. And so then we were just lucky that she was chosen to publish. So we are now putting the final touches to it. It's a very beautiful story that we wrote together.
Thank you so much.
And it's helped her in her education also. Because I told her that it applies everywhere, in every aspect of your life. Whatever you have to do, just put in your very best. I said you put in 120 over 100, and then you get to 100 over 100. When you put in 120 over 100, you put in 150 over 100, that is on the training ground. On the battlefield, you perform excellently, and everybody will see your works. Nobody will tell them. They will see. And it is showing. And we are very proud of her. Very proud of her.
Thank you so much.
Amongst her siblings, she's one who is an introvert. But she has this energy, which when we're able to identify, we try to challenge it into this direction, that you have something in you, but you are not able to pinpoint how best you can use that energy. And then it's showing. It's showing. And we are very grateful to IPS for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So that is Mr. Akoto showing and expressing his gratitude to YPS. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Madam Speaker, Honorable Achare Kwabena Ekwama is my name. Madam Speaker, with a majority side are strongly in favor of the motion before the House. Madam Speaker, you have witnessed over the period, the minority people have never supported any good initiative from our side, and I'm not surprised. Madam Speaker, this is also part of the Keep Ghana Clean agenda by the Sanitation Ministry. Madam Speaker, plastic bags scattered around our communities make our surroundings look unattractive and dirty. A clean environment is important for our healthy and happy society, and I believe my colleagues on the other side know this. Thank you, Madam Speaker, and may you live long.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Let us hear from the Honorable Minister for Education.
Madam Speaker, today is a nice day, and I'm honorable and not guilty. Madam Speaker, I rise as a member on the opposition side to respond to the arguments about banning plastic bags. Plastic bags are strong, lightweight, and easy to carry, and this makes them very useful for our everyday life. Many market women, shop owners, and ordinary citizens rely on plastic bags to carry their goods safely. Because they are strong, they can hold items like food, water sachet, groceries without tearing easily. If plastic bags are banned, people may struggle to carry their items conveniently. Madam Speaker, plastic bags are also very lightweight. This means they do not add extra weight to the items people are already carrying. For example, when someone buys food at the market, the bag itself does not make the load heavy. This makes transportation easier for shoppers, students, and workers. Furthermore, plastic bags are easy to carry and store. They can be folded, kept in the pockets, handbags, or shops without taking much space. Because of this convenience, many people reuse them for other purposes, such as storing food, carrying books, or keeping items safe from water. Madam Speaker, instead of banning plastic bags completely, we should focus on proper disposal, recycling, and responsible use of plastic bags, where we can get money off. In this way, we can protect the environment while still enjoying the important benefits plastic bags provide. For these reasons, I strongly oppose the motion that plastic bags should be banned. Thank you, Madam Speaker. May your days be long.
Hello everyone, my name is Honorable Teresa Baba Minayesa and I am for the motion. Please meet me at the Kids Parliament for more discussion. Madam Speaker, Honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Teresa Baba Minayesa. Madam Speaker, the minority are saying a lot out of nothing. Madam Speaker, if plastic bags are banned, people will start to use reusable bags such as bags made with cloth from our own African print. These bags our own African print, which will promote our textile industry and also promote Ghanaian handcrafts and generate income to boost our economy and even give employment to others. These bags can be used many times and are much better for the environment. Thank you, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity.
Let us hear from the Honorable Minister for Roads and Highways.
Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Men on Air Praise is my name. Madam Speaker, I am saying that the majority side are clueless of what they have presented to us in this Parliament House. Madam Speaker, plastic bags help keep food and goods safe from dirt and water. When people buy food from markets or shops, the plastic bags protect the items from dust, water and other forms of dirt. This is especially important for food such as bread, fruits and vegetables, just to name a few. Madam Speaker, plastic bags also prevent water from damaging goods. During rainy weather, items carried in plastic bags are less likely to get wet or spoiled. This helps people to carry their purchase safely from markets to their homes. Therefore, instead of banning plastic bags completely, we should encourage proper use and responsible disposal so that people can enjoy these important benefits. I believe we at the minority side have educated our friends at the majority side. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
All right, Auntie, how are you?
I'm doing well.
How has the Ramadan treated you?
Anyway, it's okay. It's normal.
Yeah. So your daughter is also one of the contestants, and for some time now, she's part of those best. All the time when we call, she's part. What is your mode of teaching her in the house, combining it with the Ramadan? How are you coping it?
Well, it wasn't difficult. You know, when you are dealing with someone who is smart, it's very easy for you.
Okay.
Farat is naturally good, so all I need to do is I get her the script.
Okay.
And then sometimes we rehearse in the kitchen because she's very helpful.
Okay.
So whilst we are cooking, then I'll ask her, are you done with your script? Then she will recite it. For the gestures, she has learned how to do her own thing.
Okay.
So I don't really put much effort in training her.
Okay.
So it wasn't a challenge.
All right. So what would you tell your Muslim mothers who want their children to join this program?
Well, I would tell them that public speaking is one of an easy way for your child to stand out among her colleagues, because it's no matter how good you are, but if you are not outspoken, you may be hidden. The exposure will not come. So I think that is good for them to because this is something that is a bit different from the other shows.
Okay.
That's one thing I noticed, because they teach them how to do a lot of things, gestures, and in fact, this is one of the shows that I would encourage all parents just to enroll.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So that is Farat. Yes, Farat, right?
Farat.
That's Farat's mom. And she's just showing an appreciation to what YPS has done for her. Let's go inside again and listen to more of the debates.
Let us hear from the Honorable Minister for Business Development.
Right Honorable Speaker, I'm Honorable Do Serafin Fafali. Madam Speaker, my dear friends from the minority should have done an intense research before opposing the motion. You all can tell they mean no good for our country. Madam Speaker, Several countries around the world have already banned plastic bags and their environment has become cleaner and safer. Madam Speaker, even in Africa, countries like Tanzania, Kenya and Rwanda have banned plastic bags to protect their environment. If they can do this, then Ghana can also take a stronger action to protect their environment. Thank you.
Let us hear from the Honorable Minister for Health.
Hello everyone, I am Honorable Bena Andrews and I am against the motion because I think plastic bags should not be banned and they are useful in many ways. Meet me in the Kids Parliament for more discussions. Madam Speaker, members of the floor, I am Honorable Bena Andrews. Madam Speaker, our colleagues from the majority side cannot educate the people of Ghana on how to use and dispose plastic bags. That is why they want it to be banned. Madam Speaker, before entering into the subject matter of this debate, I wish to draw your attention and the members of the floor to one very important issue. It is the fact that handling plastic waste concerns waste management. Madam Speaker, there are two words here, waste and management. You will agree with me that without waste being created irresponsibly, there will be little or no need for management. Madam Speaker, what I'm trying to say is that the government must step up their efforts to educate the people of Ghana on waste creation so that our country's resources will not be overly spent on management. Madam Speaker, suddenly banning plastic bags would have a serious impact on jobs and livelihoods. Many families depend on the plastic manufacturing industry for their daily income. Workers in factories, sellers of plastic bags, rely on these jobs to feed their families, pay school fees, and meet basic needs. If plastic bags are banned without proper alternatives, thousands of hard-working people could lose their jobs, which would affect entire communities and local economies. Madam Speaker, this is a concern we cannot ignore. Instead of a sudden ban, we can encourage responsible production, recycling, and reuse of plastic bags, which protects the environment while keeping livelihoods and jobs safe. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Let us hear from the Honorable Minister for Gender and Social Protection.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, clerks at table, my fellow colleagues, Right Honorable Speaker, and my fellow parliamentarians. I am Honorable Manya Michelle. Madam Speaker, my colleagues from the other side said we cannot educate the people of Ghana on how to manage waste plastics, which I firmly disagree. Madam Speaker, we are talking about the harm these plastic bags cause to our environment. They should not forget all living things are part of our environment. Madam Speaker, plastic pollution does not only harm our environment, they also affect our own health. Madam Speaker, when plastic bags enter the rivers and oceans, they slowly break down into tiny pieces called microplastics. When fish and other sea animals swallow these plastics, later human beings catch and eat them. While digesting these fishes, these chemicals can enter our bodies and later affect our health. Madam Speaker, therefore, banning plastic bags will help protect our health and food safety. Madam Speaker, this is education we are giving out well. So I wonder which education my colleagues from the other side are saying. Madam Speaker, may you live long and may God bless our homeland Ghana. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Let us hear from the Honorable Minister for Tourism.
Wonderful audience. My name is Honorable Mame Amasadfo, and today I am against the motion that plastic bags should not be banned. My reason is that plastic bags can be used we can recycle them and use it for different other stuff. Thanks. Meet me at the Kids Parliament for more. Good evening, Madam Speaker, panel of judges, teachers,
parents, and my fellow pupils. My name is Honorable Mame Amasewatufor, and today I am glad to have this opportunity to stand against the motion that plastic bags should be banned. Madam Speaker, my colleagues on the other side will have to come again. The majority wants to collapse jobs for people who produce plastic bags, forgetting they have people who depend on them, like as my colleague said. My question, Madam Speaker, to the majority is simple. Is there not a better way to handle this issue of plastic and sanitation rather than banning them? Madam Speaker, instead of banning these plastic bags, we should focus more on recycling them. Recycling keeps the plastic bags useful and reduces pollution safely. Madam Speaker, in 2016, some countries like Germany, Austria, Wales, South Africa, and Sweden developed policies on plastic recycling. They have benefited immensely by recycling plastic bags without taking these plastic bags away from people who need them. If we don't adopt these similar policies without a blanket ban on plastic use, we could create jobs for many of our citizens as well. Thank you, Madam Speaker, for this opportunity.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Let us hear from the Honorable Minister for Aviation.
I am Honorable Emma Kofi Agbodeka, Minister for Aviation. I think plastic waste should be banned. Meet me at the Kids Parliament for more. Madam Speaker, I want my colleagues to know that prevention is better than cure. Madam Speaker, government spends a huge amount of money every year cleaning plastic waste from streets, gutters, and public places. Sanitation workers like Zoom Lion and volunteers like the bus stop boys constantly remove plastic bags which have been thrown carelessly into the environment. This cleaning process requires money, time, and manpower. If plastic bags are banned, the amount of plastic waste will reduce significantly. The money saved can be then used to build schools, hospitals, and improve structures for the benefit of society. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, plastic bags are not always thrown away immediately. Many households reuse plastic bags for various purposes. People often use plastic bags to store food, carry items, or line waste bins. This reuse helps reduce waste and makes plastic bags useful beyond their first use. Madam Speaker, because they can serve multiple purposes, banning them may not be necessary. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Let us hear from the Honorable Minister for Employment and Labor Relations.
I am Honorable Nanaba Uchoa Insurance, Minister for Employment and Labor Relations. Meet me at the Kids Parliament for more discussion. Madam Speaker, distinguished members of the Parliament, I am Honorable Nanaba Ojoa Insurance. Madam Speaker, my friend on the opposition side expressed concern that banning plastic bags may affect jobs in plastic manufacturing industry. While protecting jobs is indeed important, we must also recognize that environmental protection can create new opportunities. If plastic bags are banned, new industries will emerge that focus on producing environmentally friendly alternatives such as cloth bags, paper bags, and biodegradable packaging. These industries will create new jobs while protecting the environment at the same time. Madam Speaker, societies around the world are moving towards greener economies. Rather than losing jobs, we can create better and more sustainable employment opportunities by investing in eco-friendly industries. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Let us hear from the Honorable Minister for Monitoring and Evaluation.
Madam Speaker, Honorable Amebo Mercedes is my name. Madam Speaker, I have been waiting patiently for my time to speak, and I'm grateful for the opportunity. Madam Speaker, our colleagues from the majority side think banning plastic bags will solve environmental problems, but that is not the case. Madam Speaker, banning plastic bags may negatively affect workers in plastic manufacturing industries. Many people depend on these industries for their jobs and livelihoods. If plastic bags are banned suddenly, factories may close or reduce production, which could lead to unemployment. Policymakers should consider the economic impact on workers and families before introducing such bans. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Let us hear from the Honorable Minister for Arts and Culture.
Madam Speaker, I am Honorable Michelle Edinkra. Madam Speaker, I respectively disagree with the points made by my colleagues. Madam Speaker, plastic bags are made in factories and during their production, smoke and harmful gases are released into the air. These gases can pollute the environment and contribute to climate change, which makes our planet hotter. Madam Speaker, when we reduce the use of plastic bags, we also reduce the amount of pollution that comes from producing them. Madam Speaker, if we use paper bags, cloth bags or baskets instead, we can help keep our planet clean and safe for everyone and even create employment for others. For this reason, Madam Speaker, reducing the use of plastic bags will help protect our planet. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Let us hear from the Honorable Minister for Procurement.
My name is Honorable Mohammed Khadija. Madam Speaker, educating people about responsible disposal of waste may be effective than banning plastic bags. When citizens understand the importance of protecting their society, they are more likely to dispose of waste properly and recycle materials. Education encourages long-term behavioral change without removing useful products from society. Thank you.
Let us hear from the Honorable Minister for Trade and Industry.
Madam Speaker, I am Honorable Esiogene Vincent Tubi. Madam Speaker, the destruction going on by the minority clearly shows that they have not performed duly to the subject matter, and we believe at the end of this debate, the motion for the House will be accepted and passed as law by the House. Madam Speaker, with the majority are of view that instead of using plastic bags, we can choose safer options like paper bags or reusable cloth bags. These bags do not harm the environment and can be used many times. By using them, we can keep our schools, streets and communities clean and help animals and people stay safe. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Let us hear from the Honorable Minister for Energy.
Madam Speaker, Honorable Lotte is my name. Madam Speaker, we cannot do away with plastic bags because we need them. Plastic bags themselves are not the true cause of pollution. The real problem is human behavior, which the majority side are refusing to understand. Madam Speaker, when people throw plastic bags carelessly into the environment, pollution occurs. If people become more responsible and dispose of plastic bags properly, the environmental impact will reduce significantly. Therefore, changing behavior is more important than banning plastic bags. Madam Speaker, plastic bags play an important role in everyday life. They are affordable, convenient, and are used by households and businesses. Instead of banning plastic bags completely, government should focus on recycling, proper waste management, and public education. These solutions address the roots of the problem while still allowing society to benefit from the usefulness of plastic bags. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Let us hear from the Honorable Minister for Small and Medium Enterprise.
Madam Speaker, respected members of Parliament, I am Honorable Nunana Adiakpagro.
Proud to stand with my members at the majority side. Madam Speaker, throughout this debate, the opposition has emphasized on the convenience and affordability of plastic bags. However, convenience must never come at the cost of environmental destruction. Plastic bags pollute our land, block our drainage systems, harm animals, contaminate our water sources, and contribute to long-term environmental damage. The short-term benefits of plastic bags cannot outweigh the long-term harm they cause to our planet. Now, Speaker, protecting the environment is not just a responsibility for today, it's a duty we owe to future generations. By banning plastic bags and encouraging safer alternatives, we take a bold step toward a cleaner, healthier, and more sustainable world. For these reasons, the majority strongly supports the motion that plastic bags must be banned to protect the environment. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable members of Kids Parliament, teachers, distinguished guests, and fellow young leaders, today we have witnessed a very insightful debate on the motion plastic bags should be banned to protect the environment. Both sides have presented strong and thoughtful arguments. Some members highlighted the dangers plastic bags pose to our environment, including pollution, blocked drainage systems, and harm to animals and marine life. Others also reminded us of the usefulness of plastic bags and the need for responsible use, recycling, and proper waste management. This debate has shown that environmental protection is a shared responsibility. Whether through banning plastic bags, reducing their use, or improving recycling and waste management, we all have a role to play in keeping our communities clean and safe. As young leaders, let us take the lessons from today's debate seriously and become ambassadors of environmental responsibility in our schools, homes, and communities. On behalf of Kids Parliament, I thank all members for their active participation, the organizers for providing this platform, and our guests for their support. Together, let us work towards a cleaner and healthier environment for today and for future generations. Thank you.
Yay!
Honorable members, thank you for your insightful contributions. Honorable members, if there are no further deliberations, may I move the motion to end the meeting.
I, Honorable Serafin Fafali, at 12:31 p.m., move the motion to a close.
Any seconder?
I, Honorable Hammond Richard, at 12:31 p.m., I second to end the motion.
Any counter motion? If not, we bring the motion to a vote. Both sides have presented strong arguments regarding the use and impact of plastic bags. The decision now lies with the House. All those in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. All those against it, say no. No. The ayes have it. This assembly meeting of honorable members is officially closed. Thank you, honorable members, for participating in today's Kids Parliament debate.
Madam Speaker.
All right. I am here with the Speaker of Parliament today, and I want to find out few things that she learned from this generation on the 7th sitting of the Kids Parliament. Hi, Kyla, how are you?
I'm fine.
Today has been a wonderful day, I can see.
Yes.
Yeah, so you've been the first runner-up for the season of YPS, and today you are the Madam Speaker for the 7th Parliament. How do you feel, first of all?
I feel really happy, and I don't know, I'm just happy that I got the opportunity to still be part of YPS even though I'm not competing.
Okay. And then how do you rate them out of 10 over 10? How do you rate them?
I'll say a 9 over 10. The competition is really tight.
Okay.
A lot of them are doing very well. So they have to keep on working hard, and we'll see who gets the overall win.
Okay. And the agenda on the table. plastic bags should be banned in Ghana? What do you think as a speaker?
For me, I can't really say because they both have their disadvantages. For example, if we ban plastic bags, it will be more expensive to get the other stuff. But then if we also ban it, it helps.
Plastic, okay, so it will help us to also save the environment. Yeah. Okay, I get that one. And this one, among the people, what do you think will be the first runner up? Who will be in your shoes?
Well, to me, I'm not sure who would be the first runner up, but I feel like the overall winner might be the one who did for Minister for Justice in that end.
Okay.
She really did well, and she being the start, it was like nobody
Fire.
to get.
Yeah.
She did really well.
All right. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, welcome, Mr. Moses.
Thank you so much.
So I think it's been wonderful from day one up till now. You are from Ashaman all the way to
Yes.
YPS. So far, how has the journey been?
The journey hasn't been smooth sailing, but by the grace of God, we are on it. I think the program has inspired my kids. Some are able to speak confidently now and clearly. So I think it's okay.
So far, 10 out of 10. How can you rate YPS?
YPS, I'll give them 9/10.
Thank you. So
You're welcome.
has it been very impactful on the children?
Yes, some of them who hitherto were not able to speak clearly and confidently are able to do so now. So I think it is very impactful on my kids.
So what would you tell other schools? Since you are coming all the way, but you have been able to join, what will you tell other schools? Also?
Well, I will tell other schools to join in the next season because the program is very, very, very good. Thank you.
All right. And then, do you have any challenge with the children when you are preparing the scripts and stuff?
Well, yes, but no also. The only challenge is that some of them may not have the time. I mean, convening them to one particular place to start a training is a bit of a challenge. But then we are on it. It's okay. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And today, I hope there was fire.
Yes, there was.
There was.
There was.
There was. Inside
I can see my children are becoming very, very, very confident.
Okay.
And kudos to YPS.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I like that.
That brings us to the end of today's debate on Young Public Speakers Kids Parliament. Our contestants have shown their perspective on the motion, plastic bags should be banned to protect the environment. They have demonstrated confidence, critical thinking, and excellence in public speaking. But now, we turn to you. What do you think?
All too soon, we've come to the end of the program. It's been wonderful. It's been very magical, and a whole lot. I mean, today has been one of the episodes that I have loved it so much. The confidence was on point, the articulation, the hand gestures, everything that you need in public speaking was on point today. I believe you have enjoyed yourself. Today, the subject matter was plastic waste. How are we going to save our environment from this? And the children have done justice to everything. I believe you have enjoyed yourself. My name still continues to be Rosemary Osei-Kuffour. I have been your host, and I want you to follow us on all our social media handles, YPS_Ghana, and you see more of this. Watch more and stay tuned for more of this. Thank you. Bye-bye.